I contend if Warren G was going through legal issues like Pac, by the time All Eyes on Me dropped, or Snoop when Doggy Style dropped, I wonder just how big this album would have been. Like, would it have been bigger than what it was? Because it went double platinum.
This is hip hop album debate. Let's get the conversation going. Ain't no time to waste. Yeah, the podcast that I know you've been wanting. They talking real hip hop. Got everybody talking. Let's go. Yeah, keep it 100 and stay true. Hosted by my homie Q. Tune in and come through. Yeah, this be the spot, the number one place all day. This is hip hop album debate. Let's go. Hey, yeah.
Welcome to Hip Hop Album Debate, the podcast. This is Q, and this is episode 62, baby. And the debate topic is Warren G, Regulate, G-Funk Era. What's up? Was it a classic, dope, regular garbage? That is what we're going to discuss on this episode. All right, but before we get into this, you guys be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Y'all know the play. All right, so let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. Warren G. All right, Regulate, G-Funk Era. This is going to be the shortest episode. All right. It's a classic. It's your boy Q. I'm gone. Peace.
Hey, yeah.
Nah, I'm just playing, man. So look, all right. So look, let's go back, man. Let's go back to 1994, man. When this album dropped, well, prior to Regulate, the song with Nate Dogg, R.I.P., dominated the charts, man. Dominated the charts. It was all over, not just hip hop, but it was a crossover hit as well. And so you couldn't get away from it, man. It was a great sample. They sampled Michael McDonald from the Doobie Brothers. Well, yeah, he had went solo by that time, but great song that they sampled. One of my go-to songs that I like listening to still to this day when I'm cooling out. I keep forgetting, keep forgetting when I'm not anymore. Keep forgetting how things never be the same again. I keep forgetting how you made it so clear. Keep forgetting. My bad, man. I thought I was Michael McDonald for a minute. But anyways, again, the song was a banger to Regulate. But what's the album was going to be any good, right? Warren G was affiliated with Snoop. Snoop had took over the game, him and Dr. Dre and Death Row Records. So you didn't know what you was getting in terms of an album, especially back then. For all my Gen Z, if I got any Gen Z followers, the luxury of streaming a song or streaming the whole album now, that's probably one of the blessings when it comes to streaming. Because back then, man, you didn't know. They release a hot single. The single could be dope. You buy the album would be booty juice, like my son says, or the single could be dope and it wouldn't even be on the album, especially if it was a remix. So you didn't know. You didn't know what you was getting, man. And so to get this album, man, it had the same pedigree as the Chronic, Doggystyle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was just, it was funky, right? It was G-Funk. Warren G had the album mixed. The scratching, the mixing was perfect. It had comedy, like the Chronic, Doggystyle had the comedy skits. Warren G had that too, with the Gangster Sermon, 94 Ho Draft, and R.I.P. to Ricky Harris, the comedian from Long Beach that was down with them. And so, this this album was a pleasant surprise to me. Cause again, you didn't know. You didn't know, man. You didn't know what Warren G was gonna bring. And it's like, I contend, if Warren G was going through legal issues like Pac, by the time All Eyes on Me dropped, or Snoop when Doggystyle dropped, I wonder just how big this album would have been. Like, would it have been bigger than what it was? Because it went double platinum. But Snoop went 5 times platinum. All Eyes on Me, I think 5 times platinum at that time. I think it has went diamond since then, I think. I could be wrong. But I just wonder just how big this album would have been. Because it definitely had the bangers on there. Regulate, Do You See, Recognize, So Many Ways, This DJ. Oh, man, yeah. So this was a classic, no doubt. Any youngster, if y'all dig that whole G-Funk sound and you're a fan of Snoop early stuff, Dr. Dre, NWA, DJ Quick, go back and listen to this album. All the OG homies, the guys that's my age, I'm 40, so all the 30s, 35 and up, maybe 37, 38 and up, they know what time it is. All right. But anyway, let's go to the comments. We didn't have any comments via social media. I'm sorry, via SpeakPipe, but we did have some on Facebook. All right, so we're going to start out with your Fabian Rollin says classic. Marcus Thompson says classic. Tyrone Mack, shout out to him, man. He always be commenting, man. I appreciate the love in the conversations and the dialogue we be having on Facebook, brother. He said it was a classic. Jeff Marshall, shout out to you too, brother. I appreciate our dialogues and chopping it up on the book as well. Jeff Marshall says absolute classic. This was the first hip hop album I ever bought. All right. So let's go to the polls and see what the people had to say in regards to the polls. 0% said it was regular. 0% said it was garbage. 25% said it was dope. 75% said it was a classic. And there you have it in so many ways. All right. So shout out to Warren G putting out that classic album against all odds at that time. Like, for real, for real. He wasn't even signed to Death Row. How your brother is the co-founder or co-CEO or whatever, the head producer at Death Row, Dr. Dre, and he went to Def Jam. And also, hey, we're not going to even mention what he did for Def Jam. I'll let you guys, for the ones that don't know, research it yourself. I ain't going to tell you everything. All right? So this is Q. This has been fun. Episode 62. I'm gone. Peace.
Hey, yeah.